What's going on, everybody? My name is Repel from youtube.com/RepelGames, and today we have another Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Now, if you guys remember, I am bringing the same team that I brought in my previous battle, and today we're up against Danny, and he has the Kecleon, Nidoking, Exploud, Arcanine, Tyranitar, and Mamoswine. One good look at Danny's team, I'm pretty sure he's going to lead off with the Mamoswine simply because he probably wants to set up Stealth Rocks, and I have just the counter for that. Thank you, Danny, for issuing this challenge once again. So, as I predicted, he is going to lead off with the Mamoswine, and that's why I led off with my Murkrow. And there's a reason why I let off with my Murkrow, because my Murkrow has that priority taunt. And that will completely throw him off, and therefore he cannot use Stealth Rocks anymore. Now he can stay and go for like an Icicle Shard, and actually I can live it, because I'm an EVO Light Murkrow. However, I think Manaphy will take it slightly better, but interestingly he doesn't even go for an Icicle Shard. He doesn't even go for Icicle Spear, sorry, he goes for Icicle Shard. So I'm thinking maybe I'm not sure, maybe he underestimates Murkrow, but believe me, defensive Murkrows are pretty awesome. Now here comes a Kecleon. I actually just went for a Surf without even going for a Tail Glow, because usually Mamoswine tends to run Focus Sash. So if I had stayed in and went for Tail Glow, there's a very good chance my opponent could have actually 2-hit KO me with his Focus Sash Mamoswine. It doesn't really matter. Now I'm expecting like a knockoff, and nothing in my team is a Mega, so I have no Mega Stones. So unfortunately, I have to have something to get knocked off, but turns out he just went for the Fake Out. Now I also know that these Kecleons are a Protean, and what is awesome is that he probably will go for a Shadow Sneak so that he'll be a Ghost type, therefore he will be immune to fighting. And as a matter of fact, he does go for that Protean Shadow Sneak, which will make him a natural Ghost type Pokemon. So instead of going for the High Jump Kick, I went for the knockoff, and that will one-shot Kecleon. That is how you play against Kecleons. Kecleons are very interesting Pokemon, and given that they are, normally normal types, but if they can use Shadow Sneak, they obviously become Ghost Pokemon. So you gotta be really careful. Arcanine is coming out. It is Intimidate, so I'm thinking, he might actually be a Will-O-Wisping Arcanine. However, I do outspeed him, but more importantly, he has Extreme Speed. Most Arcanines have Extreme Speed. Expecting the Extreme Speed or Will-O-Wisp, I have to go into Murkrow. I don't have any Pokemon that is immune to burn, unfortunately. I went ahead and go for Feather Dance, just in case he wants to go for a Wild Charge. Maybe he is an offensive Arcanine, I'm not sure, but turns out it is a defensive Arcanine, and he will land his Will-O-Wisp. Very sad. I could have actually went for the taunt right there, but that's okay. Now I know he's probably going to switch out. He probably just wants to grab that burn, and not to mention, I already went for that Feather Dance, so there's really no point for him to stay in. He's going to go into the Exploud here, and I just went for Toxic. Nothing in his team except for the Nidoking is immune to poison. I'm really glad he actually brought out anything but the Nidoking. Like, thank God the poison actually landed. Now I'm thinking he'd probably go for like a Choice Specs Boom Burst, and as bulky as my Murkrow is, it still won't take it that well. My Murkrow is more of a physical defensive wall. However, I do have an Assault Vest Snorlax, which will eat up attacks extremely well. So here we go. We get to see the Boom Burst, Stab Boom Burst coming from Exploud, and actually it does very little. Even that critical hit, Snorlax eats it so well, so I'm pretty sure he is not Choice Banded. But we didn't see a Life Orb, so it is in fact confirmed that he is Choice Scarfed. So we have to keep that in mind for future references. Now Mamoswine is coming out. I went for the Earthquake just in case the Tyranitar does want to come out, because I really do not want the Tyranitar to come out, while I go for like a Body Slam or something. But I really wish I had went for the Body Slam, simply because it would have been a nice 2-hit KO to this Mamoswine. Look at that, Body Slam does a lot more than Earthquake. It's unfortunate. He went for the Stealth Rocks, and now he's going to do as much as he can. Surprisingly, he goes for the Icicle Shard. Not really sure why. He's better off just going for the Earthquake, because my Snorlax has thick fat, which will help prevent, ice and fire damage. But now the Arcanine comes back out, and, I can smell it from a mile away. Like, he's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. I have my own defensive Arcanine, so I know how these things work. So I'm gonna go to Manaphy now, and, I don't care. If he burns me, he burns me. So what? You know what? It doesn't really matter too much. Will-O-Wisp only drops your physical attack, but it will not drop your special attack. And obviously my Manaphy is a special attacker, so I think it's okay. Technically, I could have switched into my Murkrow, which was already burned, but I don't really want to do that simply because rocks are up right now. So things are a little bit scary here, you know, because my opponent has set up Stealth Rocks, and I still haven't Rapid Spun those away, and not to mention, I haven't even landed my hazards yet. I didn't care, I went for the Tail Glow. I thought, you know what, it's a nice opportunity. He will stay in, just go for Extreme Speed, do as much as he can. It's very admirable, but obviously he will not appreciate a +3 Surf coming from Manaphy. That would completely one-shot Arcanine. It's kind of sad, honestly. I love Arcanine, and it's a pity to see Arcanine go down like that. Simply because Arcanine is so useful with its Burn and its Intimidate, but that is okay. You know, I thought I could outspeed everything, however, yes, he does have the Choice Scarf. Boom Bursting, Exploud. He will outspeed me, and not only will he outspeed me, he will finish me off. Very sad, very tragic, unfortunate. But I'm kind of glad I at least got a poison on him. So I'm going to go into the Donphan now. I'm thinking, you guys are probably thinking, like, why the hell would you go into Donphan? Well, I know I can live one Boom Burst. So here we go. He does go for his Boom Burst, and lo and behold, I do live it, and he gets a crit again. This is the second critical this Exploud has gotten. But I went for the Rapid Spin now, and obviously I will die next turn. Honestly, the whole point to send out my Donphan was just to spin those rocks away, because I do have Murkrow. I'm going to go for my Ice Shard, do as much as I can before going down. So, you know what, I'm like, hey, it's okay, I suppose. You know, Donphan spun away those rocks. That's really what Donphan is mostly good for. So now I'm going to bring out my Galvantula, and now I'm going to set up my Sticky Webs. Yes, this Choice Scarf Exploud will outspeed me, yes, and it will take me to my Focus Sash. Yes, I do carry the Focus Sash, and I could go for the attack here, but it was a lot more wise to go for the Sticky Webs. Not to mention, the poison damage will naturally finish off Exploud too, so I didn't really have to waste an attack there. It's better off just go for the Sticky Webs. Now keep in mind, these Sticky Webs were so important. So important, and this is why. Because this Tyranitar just landed on his Sticky Webs, and we already know once we see a Tyranitar, he is gonna go for a Dragon Dance or maybe a Rock Polish. But it's also thanks to my Sticky Webs, he will be only at neutral speed as soon as he goes for the Dragon Dance. Surprisingly, he does have the weakness policy, and now yes, he actually just goes and stays in and goes for a setup move, which is fine. I'm also glad that the Sandstorm will finish off Galvantula too, simply because then I just faint and I can bring out my Mienshao. If there was no Sandstorm, who knows, my opponent could have maybe set up more Dragon Dances. Well, that's probably not likely, simply because my Bug Buzz did so much. I didn't even have to go for a High Jump Kick on this Tyranitar, I just went for U-Turn. It's a lot safer. Obviously, I have missed my High Jump Kicks quite a lot, and it just sucks, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure some of my viewers right now totally understand. Missing High Jump Kicks really do suck. Now, my opponent does have one more Pokemon left, which is the Nidoking. Technically, I could have probably sent out my Murkrow and stall out a few more turns before the Sandstorm, because obviously Sandstorm does no favor to Snorlax. But I know I can live one Sludge Wave. Yeah, I can live a freaking Sludge Wave coming from a Sheer Force Nidoking. And obviously, I would finish him off with a Nidoking. Snorlax, with its surprising bulk, clinging on to dear life and finishing it. So thank you, Danny. That was a really awesome battle. Lovely team. And interesting move sets such as the Arcanine and Kecleon and Exploud, etc, etc. So thank you. You guys got to give a huge thumbs up for Danny's team, honestly. If you guys like this battle, well, you know, please let me know by liking this battle. And also, comment. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe. It literally only takes you 20 seconds to create a YouTube account, so that you guys can be the first people to watch more Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battles brought to you by Repel Games. Thank you, everyone. See you guys next time.